Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Dr. Donna Willenbrock, and I'm the president of the Nurse Practitioner Association of Long Island, Region 7. We're an affiliate of the Nurse Practitioner Association of New York. I am thrilled today to be able to host the very first in our series of podcasts highlighting the contributions and accomplishments of our many members. Today, I am honored to have Dr. Sheila Davies join us. Sheila, are you there?
Hi, Donna. How are you? Thank you
I'm
so
good.
much.
How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's such a pleasure.
Oh, and we're so honored to have you, Sheila. I'm going to get started by just asking you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, I would love that.
Okay. Can you just tell us, give us an idea? How did you get started, first of all, in nursing, and then what made you move to becoming a nurse practitioner?
Yeah, so very interesting question, Donna. As I look back and reflect on my whole career, obviously we know, to become a nurse practitioner, it all starts with becoming a nurse. And, really it all started when kind of my parents told me, you're going to be a nurse. That's going to be a great career for you. You're going to be able to get a job. You're going to be able to take care of yourself. And obviously at 18 years old, I did not know what I wanted to do. And I think that's probably pretty normal even today for 18-year-olds not to really have any idea of what their career path is going to be. So, thankfully, I did take the advice of my parents who guided me in that direction. And really, I'm just so really grateful for it because it has been truly a remarkable career for me. And, honestly, I knew once I started my clinicals and really started working in the critical care area, I would have to say, as a nurse, is when I was surrounded by a lot of nurse practitioners and saw the amazing value that they provided for, both the patients, the hospitals, the families, and just, I knew that I just wanted to continue on. I knew that I didn't want to stop. I knew that, by just continuing to move my career in a direction in where I could just do more and have more independence to be able to take care of patients, communities, and families, that's really where my heart was. So, I really am so grateful that my parents guided me into this profession that's been so sustainable and allowed me to grow and just truly gave me a purpose. So I really say that's probably how I got involved with my nursing career. It was my parents that kind of pushed me in that direction, and I'm super happy and grateful for that.
And you know what? You have to have them watch this podcast because I'm sure they'll be happy to hear it.
Yes.
So now tell me a little bit about your career trajectory. So you started as a nurse. Where did you start and where did you end up as a nurse practitioner?
Yeah, so I started many nurses did years ago on a night shift on a med surg floor. I just really learned at that time a lot of great time management skills and just really started getting my feet grounded on the foundation of nursing. At that time, I had the opportunity to transition into a critical care position pretty early in my career and became a trauma nurse at North Shore University Hospital and in their surgical intensive care unit, again at nights, on the night shift, as I went to school as a nurse practitioner at Stony Brook University, where I received my master's degree, my nurse practitioner certification. Had the opportunity to be one of the first nurse practitioners in the cardiothoracic intensive care unit at North Shore University Hospital. And then just really fell in love and was so passionate about cardiac surgery and continued my career in cardiothoracic surgery for pretty much the majority of my clinical career. Kind of worked in different areas, not only in critical care, but also really seeing the patients on the floor and monitoring them both preoperatively and postoperatively. And then the most unique opportunity, I would have to say, was getting involved with a unique program that we developed at Northwell Health called Follow Your Heart, and where we watched and followed our patients for 30 days postoperatively in their homes after cardiothoracic surgery.
Wow.
Nurse practitioners, actually, it was more like a house calls type of a program, but we were truly their providers. Anything that they needed, both personally, anything clinically, we really were there to walk them through those post-op 30 days after cardiac surgery.
Wow. Very innovative, I have to say.
Yeah, it really was. And, we didn't know where it was going to go, kind of where we started, but we knew that it was so important to not only take such great care of our cardiac surgery patients in the hospital, but really to continue that care postoperatively and that continuity. And it just was it was so unique and so amazing. And the patients and their families were just so grateful to have us in their homes. They
Right.
really just opened up their doors to us, allowed us to come in, and allowed us to be part of their recovery process. And it was truly an honor and one of probably the most amazing part of my clinical career.
And very gratifying, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And then, I did have the opportunity to, at the time I was a supervisor, supervised patients and my team everywhere from Staten Island all the way to the eastern end of Long Island. So it was a very large territory that we covered, and then had the opportunity to continue to grow professionally and was a senior director of the advanced clinical providers at Northwell Health. And then over the past, I'm going to say about 6 months now, I have moved into the assistant vice president role of the advanced clinical providers corporate team at Northwell Health.
Wow. That's a pretty amazing trajectory. I mean, really amazing, Sheila. Can you tell me, what's the best thing? I mean, Northwell Health is one of the biggest, it is the biggest hospital system in sort of the tri-state area. What's the best thing about working for Northwell?
So I have to say, there is a reason why Fortune 100 has recognized Northwell Health as the top 100 places to work for sure. Over the past 3 years, they've been on that list. And it's truly the people, it's the culture, it's the support, it's the opportunity for growth and development. And we always say it's not a job. Nor when you join Northwell Health, you're joining a family and you're joining a career because we want you to stay. I mean, I'm one of those hire to retire employees at Northwell Health. And I'm really honored and proud, to say that I have worked here for so long and have seen just amazing growth and innovation and the amazing technology that we bring. But the overall thing is that it's the people that we hire, the culture that we bring. And it's really just truly an honor to be part of Northwell Health.
So about how many nurse practitioners do you have reporting to you?
So I'm actually in a very unique position because all of the nurse practitioners, they don't actually report up to me. I'm part of the ACP corporate team and where we call ourselves ACP, Advanced Clinical Providers at Northwell Health. We actually advocate, support, develop programs, and anything that a nurse practitioner touches throughout Northwell Health, we definitely get involved in. Everything from onboarding to billing to, like I said, program development. So really, our hands are in a little bit of everything. But we currently have, I just actually ran the numbers. We have currently over 4,500 credentialed nurse practitioners at Northwell.
Wow.
Yeah, so that includes our employed nurse practitioners as well as our voluntaries. So definitely we have a great, huge family of nurse practitioners and really just happy and honored to be part of, to be able to be there and support our nurse practitioners.
Yeah, that's an incredible number. So, I know you're aware of the Nurse Practitioner Modernization Act. How has that impacted what you're doing and what your nurse practitioners are doing at Northwell Health?
Yeah, I mean, we are just so grateful for the Nurse Practitioner Association to be able to really push the policies and the agenda to allow our nurse practitioners to continue to work to the top of their licensure. It is so important and so vital as we continue just on the path of taking such great and quality care of our patients and our communities as well as their families. It is really going to continue to help us at Northwell Health kind of break down the barriers that also include sometimes credentialing, where maybe there's an opportunity to maybe regionalize our credentialing. No longer do we need to identify that collaborating relationship with a physician partner. And we can kind of really just start being more thoughtful, meaningful, and more innovative in utilizing our nurse practitioners in developing new programs as the changing landscape of healthcare continues.
So how did you become involved with the Nurse Practitioner Association, and what value do you think it has for you?
So I joined it many years ago. And because, when you're going to school as a nurse practitioner, many of the professors you have to join your association. It's very, very important. And, I didn't really probably understand it or take worth of what that really meant at that time. But it really, truly has allowed me to network, first of all, to meet wonderful people like you, Donna, and the rest of the board. And it really just has been amazing. There's opportunities for education, learning to network so that, you can kind of lean on each other and understand and talk about, other ways and evidence-based care, and learning different, modalities, and learning how other people build their practices independently. So the Nurse Practitioner Association, to me, has been truly beneficial because I've allowed myself to build my network of peers, as well as, I love the dinners and the education that the Nurse Practitioner Association provides, as well as the amazing conferences that I love Saratoga's coming up and I can't wait. It's such a great conference. But, I think most importantly, though, as we all know, it's if you have to be part of an association that's going to help really build our profession and continue to allow it to grow. Because if we don't have that, then we cannot, really grow as providers and as a profession. So truly I'm honored to be part of the Nurse Practitioner Association. And it really has been really beneficial for myself.
Terrific. Well, Sheila, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to us today. I really, really appreciate it. I'm sure our members really appreciate hearing from you and your amazing trajectory. So thank you.
Thank you, Donna. And really, it's really been I'm grateful that you asked me, and I'm honored to be here today. And I hope you have a wonderful night.
Great. Thank you. And everyone, I want to thank you so much for joining us today for our very first podcast. And I hope that you will stay tuned and look forward to our next upcoming podcast in the series. So thank you.